Hello, everybody. If you're watching this video on demand, then you need to go right now to the ASE Presents channel because you need to hear all the new Sucker Punch music. AFK drops like right after the stream at 8 p.m. tonight, and that's a lit song. We already have Light Gold and fucking Pen Only, all from the upcoming Telegraphing EP.
It's a very exciting time.
It is an exciting time. There's also a bunch of podcasts, and there's going to be the coming very soon the recording of our first Dungeons and Dragons session that both of us were a part of.
That is also very exciting. I can't wait to do that again.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, who are you?
What?
Who are you? Introduce yourself.
Bird.
I'm the Golden Witch, Trixie. We're pretending like nobody has any idea what's going on right now.
I thought you were asking me about the Dungeons and Dragons thing, and Santiago Sledgehammer is my name in that.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a great character. You're chaotic evil, I believe.
I am
you
chaotic
cause a lot
evil.
Of problems. All right, go ahead. You can start playing this game now.
I spent most of the first session saving everyone, actually.
Wow.
That's loud. Display wide or original. Let's see. I can't do.
Sorry,
okay.
I was doing other things.
It doesn't really change. Oh, okay. I see. Wait, no. But it doesn't show me what it looks like.
But yeah, you can also find the newest episode of the new Void Gazers podcast where Mint Salad and I talk about weird things that turn us on.
Eye drops, apparently, turn you on.
Well, it was just that scene in Lucky Star, the way it was presented. I was like, what the fuck? How can they show this? And then I was like, this wouldn't come off as fetishistic to most people, I don't think. But whoever drew it definitely knew what they were doing, That's the feeling that I got. Anywho.
Huh.
This is Resident Evil 1 HD Remaster, which is the third
special tactics
version of this game.
Bioterrorism security.
Well, I shouldn't say it's the third version.
Who's cooler?
A lot.
Who do you think is cooler? I know about Jill Valentine. I've never heard of Chris Redfield.
Do you want to hear about the... You know Chris Redfield. He becomes a brick shithouse eventually.
You're right. He is a brick shithouse in 8. We'll play as Chris Redfield.
Yeah, he's he's probably the best known, most pushed character in the series besides Leon. It's like Chris and Leon are like the big
and Ethan
heroes.
Winters.
Pog.
Hog.
We finally have people showing up in chat to give their pogs welcome.
Oh, hey, we're gonna be in Raccoon City. Is this the game where it gets destroyed?
This is literally the first game. So
okay, so no.
This one's mostly about the mansion.
With sunglass trenchcoat man.
Yeah, Wesker. Wesker's part of your team.
Executive American all the way from a derelict.
So, you're... Yeah, so...
Poor Kevin.
Bravo team went in, they got wiped out, so now you're following in to see what the fuck happened to Bravo team and see if you can...
There's Wesker.
Yeah. He's just a regular old policeman. Nothing strange about him. Nothing suspicious to worry about with that guy. She might be a Jill sandwich.
A what?
That's a line. He's like, "Oh, you could have been a Jill sandwich, because the walls almost close in on you." So this game was originally on the PlayStation 1, and it basically established a genre overnight. It was one of the best-selling games in the early PS1 catalog. And so they remade it on the GameCube, and that's basically what this is the GameCube remake. but this is the HD remaster of the GameCube remake. But the GameCube remake was just already fucking really gorgeous and you
Those
know,
are some weird dogs.
holds up really well. Even before they made it HD. Some argue that the HD version is not even as good as the original GameCube, depending on if you watch it on a CRT or not. But, you know, I ain't worried about all that business. This is what we got easy access to. Is that the game where doors open for 5 years and turning around is fucked? That would be the original PS1 version, yes. But, I mean, all of that, the game is... A lot of PS1 games that are criticized for their controls are really built around those controls in a way that, like, because Tomb Raider is similar. Tomb Raider has tank controls and is a 3D platformer. It sounds like it should be a nightmare, but when you actually play it and you figure out the flow of the controls and you see how the environment is built around the way that they work, then it's like, okay, I understand. This is a fun game. It's still a fun game. Whereas there's plenty of games that, you know, have very modern control schemes, but the world is just boring to traverse, you know?
Is everyone all right?
Barry.
No.
Where's Barry?
I can't believe Barry the Bee from the Bee movie is in this.
Incredible.
What was that?
He's going to sting them in the butt.
I'll go and check it
No,
out.
that's Matthew Broderick's character who does that.
Chris? Take
Don't
care.
die.
When do I get to shoot stuff?
Before very long. Creepy doors. Get used to that. You're gonna see a lot of creepy doors.
Oh, wow.
There's a thing. Get that thing. You've got a knife. Get that thing. Are you struggling to interpret how to
I'm
walk?
just trying to figure out the controls before I do anything.
Press forwards to walk forwards.
I know how to walk.
Hi. Get that thing. Yes. Ink ribbon. So, that's how you save. But if you use it, then you're going to save. I wouldn't bother saving right now because you haven't done shit yet, so it's not worth using the ink ribbon. But you do have a limited number of saves in this game. It's not so limited that it's, like, incredibly frustrating. It's just so that you won't save willy-nilly all the time, basically. How is this shit rendered on the GameCube? What the fuck? Pre-rendered backgrounds with very clever camera work. Again, this is the HD remaster, so this is a PC, you know, upscale and redecorate, relighting version. I think they did the lighting differently or something. I don't know. Twilight Sparkle with $5. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Rant about Gen 5 My Little Pony. A New Generation movie, YouTube shorts, and Netflix series. If you don't know anything about them, just happy to show support. I actually do, and I actually do plan on making videos about this new series because I watched the movie, the one that was on Netflix, and I really enjoyed it. The plot is basically that it's seemingly set far in the future from Season 4, Generation 4 rather. Oh, this is the famous creepy introduction of Zombie Man scene. But you can kill him if you want to. This kind of looks like hell though. Anyway, it's like set in the future where the three different types of pony tribes have all like stopped communicating with each other. And so they've all become really prejudiced in really misguided ways about one another and what they're capable of or what their intentions are. And so, you know, as curious ponies meet each other, they all end up becoming friends and basically dispelling the whole notion that there's that much different about them or that the differences, you know, would bring them apart instead of together. It's just a really cute and funny movie, and it's really well animated, and I had a great time watching it. Well paced. The songs were not amazing, but they were funny. So, you know,
I don't think
it was
I'm
whatever.
supposed to kill this guy.
I remember showing you one of the songs from the movie, but I don't remember what it was. But yeah, it was cute, and I enjoyed it, and I was like, I would watch more of this, and I wasn't sure how they were gonna handle it, and it seems like, I guess they're doing it as a series of like hour-long specials, which is genius. It's definitely the way to get the best product and the most like mileage out of the best product. So, you know, just on concept alone, I already feel like it's going to be something I'll like. And I've heard from some of my friends on Twitter said that they enjoyed it. Alright, fighting the zombie with the knife might not have been the move.
I just don't even know what I'm supposed to do.
Run away from him.
I did. All the doors are locked.
Oh, did you go back the way you'd come?
Yeah.
It's the
What?
Oh, those are all my saves.
Oh, I didn't save.
No. Well, you didn't really do anything, though. You could just skip all those cutscenes. It'll take you 5 seconds to get back to where you are, I promise. But I won't stop you if you want to use the ink ribbon right when you get it to save, just to avoid this potential situation. But yeah, anyway, I haven't watched the first of the Netflix movies yet. I was thinking about doing a podcast show about it with It's Mint Salad. If she ends up wanting to watch it and enjoys it. So, yeah, I'll talk to her about that. I didn't know about YouTube Shorts. Anyway, blink and you'll miss it with $10. Domo arigato gozaimasu. There's so many anime genres and aesthetics, but is there a subject or setting that you think have been underutilized or that you would otherwise like to see? I'd love to see more adult slice of life. Adult slice of life is good. Usually that ends up being, you know, career shows because most people's lives is just doing a job. And I like most of the career shows that I've seen. Shirobako is one of my favorite anime. Can you think of an adult slice of life show that you like?
Like an anime?
Anything that's just like
How I Met Your Mother, Friends.
Yeah, like there's a lot of
Seinfeld is
American
probably my
sitcoms that definitely hit the start button. There you go. Enter the survival horror.
There are only 3 stars members.
Keep mashing that start button.
Captain Wesker, Jill, and
Keep mashing it. There you go. Subjects and settings that I think have been underutilized. I think we're kind of in a dearth of cyberpunk right now. Where like at the start of the 2010s, we had decent cyberpunk going on. And then I think towards the end of the 2010s, basically we got to a point where we had already like made stories about all the technology that like, you know, people really have thought about so far. And so like we're kind of waiting for the trickle down of new sci-fi ideas to come down the pipeline to inspire new cyberpunk. And then everybody kind of put their hopes on Cyberpunk 2077 to be like the capstone of everything that had been done in the genre so far, and then that kind of flopped. So I feel like there just hasn't even been a resurgence. Like people are just kind of done with cyberpunk right now. But that's my favorite setting, is, you know, anything that explores plausible future concepts, and you know, you can also skip this cutscene. Yeah, just fucking get away from that asshole.
But
Keep going.
all the
Just keep
doors-
going. Just keep going.
There's
keep
nothing
going.
this way. It's all locked.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Is that the way you came from?
No, I came from this door.
Okay, go the other way. Yeah, go.
Will the zombie come through?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Maybe.
I think I'm supposed to kill him then.
You can definitely find a gun. All right, see if you have like check your equipment. Is there a button to? That's control.
Yeah, I just want to.
That's good to know. Yeah. There will be a Cyberpunk 2077 directed by Imaishi. What? That sounds neat. Modern Cyberpunk doesn't feel inspired or passionate. So I've got a book I've been writing for a while that includes some cyberpunk elements, but I really try to keep it like 5 minutes into the future, you know. But like there's characters writing stories within the story about what I think like my more far-flung cyberpunk ideas, which is mostly about how everybody's going to be blood bags on blood farms hooked up to VR goggles. But last time I went into talking about this on stream, everybody got depressed and begged me to stop. So I'm not going to talk about my cyberpunk ideas until I can put them in a funny story for everybody that makes it easier to tolerate.
Wesker? Jill?
Well, shit.
Where did they go?
I'm realizing that I never played this as Chris. I've played as Jill. I guess you just pick up the gun right there. Perfect. You do want to be sparing with your bullets and try to make sure you, don't miss. Other than that, I wish there were more like high fantasy style stories that just had really different aesthetics. Like I don't mind, like I understand that the main point of using high fantasy is to like recreate medieval times, basically, like a time when society was pre-technology but still had similar social strata to what we have today. So you could tell stories that are like, humanity divorced from technology. But like you can just go so much farther with making that look different, like we can still connect with it in a human way, even if it's more imaginative on the aesthetic side or in like, and I understand that familiarity greases the wheels a lot in creating shit, and especially when you with like a genre as well defined as fantasy, it's like, it just makes it easier to communicate the points of your story that you're really trying to get to if you rely more on like cliche. But I just wish there were more fantasy authors who are like setting out to be like, yeah, fuck it, I want this to all take place in a world where the sky is pink and fucking
Justin Roiland did that.
People have
or what's the other guy? Sorry, Dan Harmon.
Which show are you talking about?
Rick and Morty.
Okay, because Justin Roiland would be the guy to credit for that. He's the design guy for Rick and Morty. But yeah, like I like the aesthetic of the alien planets in Rick and Morty for sure. I was always bothered by the fact that it, insistently had to be a sitcom on top of that like it always has to go back to Earth and just take place on regular old their house, sometimes. And it's like, if the whole show was always just fucking mind-boggling visuals, then, which obviously there's a lot of it in there. I'm not trying to knock the visuals. Oh, push that statue down. You should be able to like, yeah, if you can get it through that hole and then it'll fall down, you'll be able to get the thing that's in her hand. There'll usually be like a puddle of blood will come out of them if they're actually like not gonna get back up. But then there's a point like halfway through where their corpses will reanimate again with red eyes. Like halfway through the game, I mean. Like, so like when you kill them, their corpses will just stay there for the rest of the game until the point where they come back.
That's no good.
Yeah.
I don't like the camera angles.
It's all to, you know, feel spooky. It give you that jarring sense of like, ugh. You gotta constantly catch your bearings. But the way this game is designed, you will memorize your way around this house. Like the empowerment of this game is the familiarity that you eventually get with this setting, that you'll feel like, okay, I know where everything is now. And you'll also, like, you have various storage places around the game, and you have very limited inventory. So you'll get familiar with going back to, like, where you've cached shit and, like, you know, hidden stuff around the mansion and stuff like that. It's neat. Aspie Pilled with £4.49. Rant about anime you think Bird will love / anime you thought Bird would like but he didn't. Ooh, that's interesting. What's an anime I thought you would like but you didn't? Can you think of an example of that?
Nope.
I know one that I thought you would like and you did, which was Kyoran Kazuku Nikki.
The family show?
Yeah, Family Frenzy Diary, I guess is what it translates to.
It is cool.
You look like
do
you've
that
completely
show.
lost interest in this game.
I have, yeah.
There's not enough shooting for you.
It's just
It's sort of
clunky.
It's sort of a puzzle game. It's sort
Oh,
of a.
You've
It's sort of
me
like
on it more.
It's sort of like the whole house is like a big puzzle box you're trying to solve.
Oh.
So I understand how you might not enjoy it that much if you more want to play an action game. In which case we could fire up Resident Evil 4, and that will probably be a lot more to your speed.
Sure, let's
that
try
game,
that.
That game is basically just an over-the-shoulder shooter. So we can do that. Oh, no, I don't have it installed. I only have this one installed.
Oh no.
Do you have it installed on your computer?
Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, I thought I had it installed on one of these. Scroll down.
I don't have Resident
No,
Evil 4.
damn it.
I did
Wait,
get
maybe
Dark Souls though.
Maybe I have it. Maybe I have it through non-legal means. Let's see.
Whoa. Don't put that on stream.
Right. No, I just have Record of Lodoss War and Rent a Hero and Rez.
I have Dark Souls 3.
We'd have to totally stop the stream and restart to go over to your computer, though.
Darn.
Um,
Well, I'm out of bullets. I'll figure it out.
you really used all your bullets?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, you'll find more. It'll be fine. You have a knife.
It's not very good.
Anyway, yeah, when we first met, you told me your favorite anime were Another, K, and like Death Parade and like Black Butler, and I was like, okay.
I didn't say Black Butler, did I? That's bad.
I mean, it was just something that you've mentioned that you liked a lot, and like Hellsing.
I don't like it a lot. It's a bad show.
I thought you did like Black Butler.
No.
Oh.
I would never.
I'm
I'm a true anime fan.
I don't know what separates that from the other ones at all. Like,
What?
to me, they are all on exactly the same level of, like, yeah, this is a show people love. Like it's one of the most popular anime of all time.
I guess. Season 2 is just bad.
I haven't seen it, so I can't have an opinion. But when you told me all those anime, I was like, wow, it's really unique taste. And they're all shows that have, like, really rapid tone shifts. So that was sort of what I took as, like, your taste, like, what I thought you would be interested in is shows that have, like, you know, that, like, really just go between super dark and super hilarious or super heartwarming in, like, an instant. And in particular, ones that are, like, exciting and fun. You don't really so much prefer the slice of lifey type cutesy shows as much as, like, stuff where shit's happening and there's like a plot.
I like The Devil is a Part-Timer.
Yeah, that's like more of a straight comedy show, I guess.
And it has action scenes.
Yeah. But yeah, like I thought you would like Kyoran Kazukaniki, especially because it's so family focused and you come from a big family. So, like, you know, I'd heard you talk about your family a lot. I figured that would be, yeah, you can't go out there. You just let dogs in by doing that. And yeah, we only watched like 5 or 6 episodes of Kyoran, but we were having a really good time with it.
Unlike this game.
Do you wanna switch over and let me try to play the game?
Sure.
I could give it a shot. You never saved, did you?
No.
Okay. Well,
I am died.
it'll all be fine. I'm gonna start another new game.
Sure.
We'll see about it. Talk about anime that we've watched together that you liked or did not like.
I really liked The Great Pretender.
Yes, we have still only seen like half of that show also.
Really? Only half of it? I thought we got way closer
Um,
to the end of that.
Which of these did you choose?
First, I chose the second one, and then I chose the third one.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I mean, I know you really didn't like
what was that,
Cardcaptor Sakura, and I didn't really expect you to like it, and I even remember saying that you probably wouldn't.
Well, it's fine.
but-
It's just a show for kids.
Well, and in particular that we watched, that you like jumped in on the movie, the second movie rather, not having seen the show, and it just starts off as like the most slice of lifey, fan servicey, like 45 minutes of just fan pandering that it could possibly be, and I was like, yeah, this is not gonna mean anything. Like,
No, it didn't mean anything.
so,
What's the Ride Your Wave? Ride Your Wave, I liked that. I thought that was fun. I don't think you liked that very much.
I did not really like Ride Your Wave. I thought it was weird.
What other weird movies have we watched? Belle, of course. That was great.
Bad, but neither of us liked that. Like, specifically, was there anything that I like seemed excited to show you, and then you were just like, oh, this fucking blows? I feel like there has to be examples of that, but nothing's like springing to mind.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything either. I don't.
But usually, if I start showing Bird something and he doesn't seem engaged with it, I will just shut it off like right away. Like, I am very particular, especially if I like something. I don't want to show it to someone who's not going to give it their full attention and like it as much as I do, because then it's either embarrassing or just sad. So
yeah.
I will just like, you know, I didn't even. Actually, an example of this might be. Well, with FF7, I feel like it took a while for you to kind of get into it, like a few episodes.
Always disliked the shitting on Renton. The first, I don't know, yeah. I don't like a whole lot of that show, but
Yeah.
It's fine overall.
I mean, I was glad kind of that, like, I wasn't watching it with somebody who was hyped over it, because, like, you know, I had last seen it when I was pretty young, and I watched it with Vic and with my friend. I get why that was the case, but even I never thought it was that good. You know, I cried
No.
at the last 2 episodes.
I can see crying for Gurren Lagann, but I also haven't seen Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that right before I watched Eureka 7, and ultimately I liked Eureka more, but I don't think I would feel the same way now. I think I probably would prefer Gurren Lagann. Okay, I thought that I started off with the gun when I played as Jill. That's really interesting that Chris has to find a gun, but Jill just has one.
That's annoying. I wonder what she finds where I found the gun.
I don't know. This seems like a good place to shoot, though. How do I pull trigger? What is the pull trigger button?
R
Okay.
R
Trigger
bumper.
button.
Yeah, R trigger. That's the one.
We'll just wait for this motherfucker to come into the screen. Oh, Evangelion. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. That is a perfect example of a show that I definitely did not expect you to dislike as much as you did. But you did end up at least appreciating the rebuild movies. Agree?
I agree.
I did it. I killed the guy.
Rude. Making it look easy.
Well, I did start with a gun, which did make it a lot easier. I think it's strange that only Jill starts with one.
She is a real cop.
Is Chris not a real cop?
No, I think Chris is actually a real cop.
Barry,
What is it?
look out! It's a monster!
Don't conserve saves on anything
take care of
below hard. You'll be more than fine. I think it's funny that you wrote at Digi, not only because there is no one named Digi in chat, but also because I'm not Digi. I'm Trixie.
Found Kenneth killed by this thing.
Trixie died, or rather, Digi died of a weed overdose 2 years ago. As the story goes. But yes, we will use this ink ribbon to save now that I've done something. I guess I could probably... It looks like I was doing a new save every single time on my, on my previous run. So we'll just start overwriting them one by one. Tell me something. Hey, say something, buddy. Hey, talk to me. Hey, say something, buddy. Hey, why ain't you saying nothing, buddy? Hey, talk to me, buddy. Hey. Bird went somewhere and I don't know where he went. And now I'm all by myself. Playing Resident Evil. M with 30 shekel. Rant about Leiji Matsumoto shows / the Leijiverse. I know you haven't seen a lot of them, but what are your impressions? And are you going to cover any of them? Also, what is going to be M on Anime Alphabet? M will probably be Monster. Because I think Bird and I will enjoy watching that together. Leiji Matsumoto... I've seen the Galaxy Express 39 movies that were directed by Rintaro. I really enjoyed the first one. I thought it was gorgeous. It told a compelling story. You know, it had a fucking brutal ending. And then the second one was just like this weird ass art house movie that didn't make any sense. I made a video about it called The Weird Art House Filler Movie or something like that. So that's mostly my impressions on Galaxy Express 39. I haven't seen the actual show. I've heard it's really hard to watch because it's really depressing. And then I've seen like the first episode or read the first chapter of Gun Frontier. And a few episodes of Captain Harlock. And I really like the character Captain Harlock. I enjoyed some of the episodes I watched. That's a show I could see finishing, and I might be covering that in Anime Alphabet, because I think it might be my choice for you, was like Uchu, Kaizoku, Captain Harlock. So yes, if I cover one, it will probably be that. Oh, I was also going to cover Queen Millennium for Q, because it's one of the only fucking Q anime there is. So yes, I will probably cover a couple Eiji Matsumoto shows as part of Anime Alphabet. I'm not turbo familiar, but I am interested, for sure, in his work, and its aesthetic is really cool. Blink and you'll miss it with $5. Tomo arigatou gozaimasu says, rant about how the characters of Sanrio have continued their popularity. I just think Sanrio is really good at scooping up intellectual properties. Like, Hello Kitty is obviously their main bread and butter, and it's just the strength and simplicity of the design. It's like the most simplistic cat that can still have enough personality to be like distinctive, you know, and it's just detailed enough to be non-generic, but just generic enough to be absolutely universal. And when you go to Southeast Asia, you know, you see the Hello Kitty stores pretty regularly. It's a common occurrence. And, you know, the other Sanrio characters are kind of like almost tacked on to that success. But I don't think that it's necessarily like Sanrio designers like they have a stable of designers that comes up with the next like cute design. I think it's more like they're finding them, like Gudetama I don't think was created within their offices, but was like, you know, an invention that they found and bought and then like brought to the next level. I might be wrong about this. And I know that, you know, Sanrio just as an anime production company is actually really great. Like they've done tons of productions going back to the like 60s or 70s. I watched Unico, and that was pretty great. Just an aesthetically gorgeous movie that they funded. And yeah, like I don't remember if they had anything to do with Ringing Bell, but I think they did, and that was a weirdly dark one. But yeah, I think Sanrio just, there's like an aesthetic understanding that their brand is based around, and it's really fascinating to like, it's something that I can't imagine. Like it's difficult to string together like these unlike characters, but that have just enough similarity. Like Onagai My Melody is like, you know, similar enough that you understand why it hangs out with Hello Kitty, even though they're like fundamentally different in this very small way. It's fascinating. I would love to get more into Sanrio. I do think that I think they are kind of the masters of cuteness. I can't think of another brand that quite has their finger on cuteness the way that Sanrio does. Pokemon has their finger on cute coolness. Specifically, cute coolness. But Sanrio owns the pure cute. Will I eventually do a season 2 for Anime Alphabet? Yes. Actually, the idea with Anime Alphabet is for it to go forever. It is not a limited series. The purpose of it is to be a monthly show that lasts for the rest of my life, as long as I continue to do YouTube content. Because I've never had like a guaranteed show that people knew was reliably going to come out. And so it's harder for me to experiment and to do stuff on the side if there's nothing reliable at the core. If people can't count on there being like something that they know is going to come out that is to their taste, that will be there at least every month, then it's harder for me to do other things, because it makes it seem like it's taking away from my ability to do the thing that people actually want. So there has to be some kind of core series that is like the identity of my channel and my work, and that's what I crafted Anime Alphabet specifically to be. The idea was like, if I didn't post anything else but this in a month, this would have to be satisfying enough to carry the channel. And I hope that's true of Anime Alphabet. But yeah, the intention is just to keep cycling through. The first cycle is specifically anime classics. The second cycle will be something like Anime Alphabet Shonen or Anime Alphabet Horror. And then it'll be 26 horror anime in a row, or 26 shonen anime in a row. And that's the conceit. I have enough rounds planned to last 30 years. Without accounting for new shows that will become classics within that time. How do I get the sparkly thing out of this goddamn pot? Cozy with $5. Domarigato gozaimasu. Rant about Aoi Bungaku series or Madhouse if you haven't seen or can't remember. I do vaguely remember the Aoi Bungaku series, or Blue Literature. It's a series of short adaptations, little mini arcs of classic pieces of Japanese literature. The first one being No Longer Human, which is a basically like the Japanese equivalent of The Catcher in the Rye, from what I can tell, in terms of like being a piece of young adult literature that really fucking struck with lots of like dissociative people and inspired a lot of the modern writers, because like Nisio Isin and a lot of the other people who wrote like the early light novels cited it as a major influence on them, along with Catcher in the Rye. It was a really solid anime adaptation for 4 episodes from Morio Osaka, who directed Gunslinger Girl and Cardcaptor Sakura and lots of other good stuff, and is a Madhouse treasure. Oh, Jesus, there's a Zombler. Oh, he's taken quite a few bullets. I'm out of said bullets. How do I knife? I probably have to... Okay. Fuck you, fuck you! Okay. I'm hurt, and I'm out of bullets. I don't even think I can push this. Oh, wait. There we go. But yeah, so I definitely remember No Longer Human and that being solid. And then the other ones are all a lot more weird and experimental and short. I don't remember any of them as clearly, except for that the art styles got really weird, and that one of them was based on like an Ongo, what's his, the detective novel guy on whom the show Ungo was based. One of them was based on one of his works. But it was definitely interesting. I would certainly be down to rewatch that. That'll probably be on my... One of the rounds of Anime Alphabet is just going to be like obscure, weird stuff that's worth revisiting. And that will probably be on that one, if anywhere. I don't remember if... Although... It might be Ayakashi Samurai Horror Tales, which also starts with an A. So, worth consideration. I don't know whatever happened to Bird. He realized he did not want to play Resident Evil, and then he vanished into the void. Will I take the blue gemstone? Yes, please. I don't have anything to heal with. I don't want to save without having healed, but I don't have any healing. I'm gonna go grab a bag of chips and see what happened to Bird. Okay, well, Bird drifted off and passed out. So, the conceit of this stream was that it was going to be Bird playing Resident Evil blind for the first time. But now instead, it's just me playing Resident Evil for the second time, although I've only ever gotten like a few hours into this game. But I don't really want to play Resident Evil any more than Bird did. I would have found another way out. But he was really sleepy. So I think he just wanted to go to bed. So I'm going to think about what game I want to switch to while I await more super chats and eat hot chip. As I do, I have Cheetos, flamin' hot, crunchy. I guess I could play more fucking, what's it called? Celeste. I was really enjoying that. Yeah, let's do that. It's about to be another Celeste stream now. Sorry, Resident Evil. Maybe one day. But not this day. Alright, so now I'm gonna go change the thumbnail and title real quick. Celeste. It's like a mountain or something, yo. Like some kind of mountain. I'm trying to find a decent picture to use for Celeste. I might just use the title image here. Because, I don't know. I'll probably just unlist this stream after it's done anyways. So, I guess it doesn't matter that much. Actually, I still have the other one I used, so I'll just switch to that one again. Bam. Kira Lou with $2. Gotta run, but XOXOXOXOXO GLHF at Celeste Trixie. Thank you. Good luck, have fun. Yes, okay. Thank you. I have not actually seen that acronym before, strangely. But it's a good one. See you around. Okay. I didn't realize I'd stopped like in the middle of a cutscene or something. Miss Trixie, I really must implore you to keep up. I'm running a world-class establishment here. I don't have time to wait around for meandering guests. You really don't have to wait for me. I'm just looking for a way through this place. Oshiro, you idiot. The customer is always right. Business... Wait. I've been through this before. I definitely saw this dialogue. Oh god, I must have gotten sent back farther than I thought I would. I must have not really saved or something, because I definitely was much past this when I was playing before. Well, it is what it is. Gotta relearn the controls anyways, you know, it's been a few days. Yo, if you want to have a rant request on the show, you just got to send a super chat, and then I'll read it. Yo, this is Celeste. It's a cool game that I like a lot. Takes a little bit of concentration though, so it's hard for me to talk if I don't have a subject matter at hand, but I can rap a little bit. But it's not so in demand. Yo, shit. Kind of upset that I gotta redo this bit. Actually, I kind of don't want to play this because of the fact that I apparently didn't save and had to go back, and now I'm mad because I was back like 30 minutes worth of game. I don't want to play that on stream again, quite frankly. It's upsetting. Make me want to cry. Big tear. What else do I have? Let me open up my... I'm just going to put my Steam up here, alright? Not that. Steam. Well, it's not showing anything. Is this what happens with Steam? It just doesn't show you the stuff? Let's try... Instead of window capture, display capture. There we go. Alright. Help me figure out what game I should be playing here. We have installed... I mean, some of these are small games that could be installed here. You know, but installed here, we've got the Angry Video Game Nerd Adventure, The Binding of Isaac, Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, Castle in the Darkness, Celeste, Chantilly's, Cherry Tree High, I My Girls, Crypt of the Necrodancer, Dark Souls, Deus Ex, the Game of the Year edition. We should have just switched to Dark Souls. Oh, right, I have to actually buy this. I don't actually own this. That's the problem there. I've got Deus Ex. I got a demo for Dragon Quest Builders 2. Final Fantasy 7 and 9. Phlegm. Game where you play as a snot ball. I do not have Grand Theft Auto. That's all the games. I've also got this huge folder of downloaded games. But if I showed you all that, we'd be here forever. There's so many. Do Final Fantasy 7, why not? Oh, I don't know. Just because it's like a 65-hour long RPG? Yeah, I investigated JREG specifically because people came to this channel and told me that he was doing similar stuff to my neurotyping videos. And I was like, oh, I'll have to check that out. And I did, and they were right. And I was like, well, what do you know? It's good stuff. Well, Final Fantasy VII is the only suggestion I've got. I would do Toradora, but it's just going to be a visual novel, so it wouldn't be that fun. Just one moment to get this game open. What's with all these fucking spam bots in my chat with their cheap sex dating just fuck girls names? Okay. Now I have to still, again, update the title and thumbnail of this stream real quick. Get a proper picture of Cloud in there, looking all blocky and shit on the PS1. And I'm going to go advertise this on Twitter again now that we're playing Final Fantasy VII. Somehow or another, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII now. That's what we're going with for the tweet. Okay. And we got a super chat to read here from Crunkle with $10. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Rant about early anime from the 60s and 70s, shows like Ashita no Joe and movies like The Little Prince and the Eight-Headed Dragon, wondering if modern anime can recapture the same anarchic energy. It's an interesting way of describing it. I definitely feel what you mean, especially with Ashita no Joe. I have not really watched it. I saw the first episode back in like 2007, and I was checking it out because of Gurren Lagann, because of it having made reference to it, and all these people were talking about how it was this legendary anime that was this huge deal in Japan and everything. So, why is it telling me keyboard controls? I don't want to know keyboard. I want to do with the game. I want to use the controller I have plugged in. Tell me I can use the controller, please. Okay, it looks like I can. But at the time, I was not really exposed to older anime, and in particular, the audio quality was driving me insane. It's just so tinny and like, cheap sounding, and the animation was so rough, and I just didn't see that coming. But at the same time, it's aesthetically great, and I think there's a lot of anime fans who are hung up in like the HD quality of modern anime, where like the cleanliness of it matters to them so much that they'll overlook the actual aesthetic sensibility of it. And a lot of that is just like familiarity with those older techniques. Like you see it and you just go, oh wow, I can't believe it looks so messy. But then once you get used to the messiness and you're really looking at it, you're like, yeah, but the composition of the images and the flow of the images is so well done, you know? And it really is like making the most out of having very little. And I think now, like, there's a lot of ways to make something cheaply, but not a lot of ways to make something cheaply that looks good. And it used to be that there were so few people who even knew how to do it, that was the whole anime industry, was like, you know, just this few couple of studios where, like, every anime studio basically springs forth from the ones that were formed around then, like from the guys who were doing stuff in the early 60s, like, you know, they trained the people who then eventually started their own studios and trained the people who eventually started their own studios. And like, if it weren't for people figuring out how do we make something look decent for no money back then, it wouldn't have led to all the experimentation of what we have now, you know? So, I think there's lots and lots of productions that have come out in the decades since that, like, thought that they could do what all the, like, I think there's a lot of people who maybe look at that older anime and they're like, oh, well, that stuff, you know, looks cheap. So if our stuff looks cheap, it'll still be accepted because that stuff looked cheap. And it's like, yeah, but that looked cheap, but it also looked amazing, you know? Like, it's the cheapness. I mean, this game is a great example, actually, of what I'm talking about, where, like, this looks like hell, but aesthetically it's such an accomplishment, you know, at the same time. Hey, looting the dead. Oh yeah, that music. Uh-oh. He hit me. He also hit me. They don't seem like they're nearly as strong as I am. Buster Sword, break them down. And I leveled up. What do y'all even know about all that? More potions. I'm just gonna be Cloud. I don't want to complicate it. Oh, I really like that transition into the cutscene there. It's a panther. Intruder. Intruder. I'm just jamming right now. I got a potion. I have no idea if this is in any way entertaining to watch. It's a little bit consuming mentally. M&M with 6 shekels says, this music's going to be stuck in my head for a week. Yeah, mine too. That's how they get their hooks in you. That's how they keep you coming back to the long-ass game. You keep fucking thinking about the song, and then you're like, guess I should get back to that. Actually, what's over here? Looks like a box. Phoenix down. Well, I'm glad I went over there. Also, did I? Yeah, I've been through there. How do I get back in the room? That's where I had been, right? Oh, there we go. Switchy on. Barrett just like comes out of me. Oh. I have not looked into Final Fantasy 16 yet. Oh, he got attacked from the back. RPG. You know what it be. I am completely fucking devoid of thought and feeling. I have no idea what to say. I'm totally zen with the Final Fantasy VII. Nice. Can I not go into that hole? Somebody set up us the bomb. Boss time. I'm getting scanned. Locked on target. I think I accidentally... Yeah, I meant to use that on Cloud. Whatever, Cloud can heal himself. Well, he told me that a little late. Put your tail down, asshole. There you go. I have not played the Final Fantasy VII Remake, nor have I ever beaten this game. Got him. Easy as cakey. True Dash with $5 says rant about the movie Rojin Z. That is a really fun dark comedy film created by the same guy who directed Akira, or the same guy who wrote Akira for that matter, the manga. What the fuck did I just do? It's a hilarious story, not only about the way that old people are treated by society, that like basically, you know, we're just trying to find a way to not have to think about them as much as possible, to like to give them a life of convenience as such that we don't have to think about it. And because we don't have to think about it, that also means that the government can really take advantage of it and use it to create like a super soldier mech that ends up going haywire. It's a great social commentary, great satire, overall hilarious film, gorgeous to look at, super, super underrated, for the obvious reason that, you know, the main character is an old dude and the marketing admitted that, as opposed to just like focusing on the cute nurse girl who's sort of the real main character besides him. But yeah, that's a great movie. I actually have a cell from it that somebody sent me, which is very cool. But yeah, oh shit, I just overwrote whatever previous file I'd had on this game. Oh well, I was never gonna play that file. Katsuhiro Otomo, thank you. His name had totally slipped my mind. Ellen Horizon, stream time, hopefully not too late for the party. You kind of are. I was actually just about to stop because I've kind of gotten tired. And initially this was going to be a Resident Evil stream with Bird. Bird immediately lost interest in Resident Evil and went and passed out. And so I've switched games twice and ended up on Final Fantasy VII. But when I was actually playing this game just now, I felt no need to say anything up until I got this super chat from True Dash about Rojin Z. So I'm thinking I might not be really in the headspace to do an entertaining stream right now. I'm feeling kind of sleepy and bored. So I might have to call this and pick it up later or another time. With apologies. You can always, of course, see the VOD. And I highly recommend everybody go over to the ASE Presents channel, because not only are there a bunch of podcasts that I've been in and a bunch of great mint salad content that's been coming out, but also the latest releases from the supergroup, the hip-hop supergroup that I'm a part of, Sucker Punch, with Vizier and Dyron Miller. We've been all three just dropping bars and bars and bars on these Cranberry Dave beats. And I think even It's Mint Salad might be on one of the songs that's coming out soon. So, check out the Telegraphing EP that's going to be dropping very soon. 3 of the songs will be up on the ASE Presents channel today after the AFK song premieres. So, show up to that premiere at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard tonight. Eastern Daylight.